How to start your Monday morning. Start the fire, boil the water, grind the coffee, add filter, coffee in the filter, water into filter, watch it drip, more water, watch it drip some more, fill your cup, raise your cup, and no. Leave the house and leave it up to the professionals to make the coffee. I'll stick to the conversations. Welcome to Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Caffeinated Conversations. This is show number 98. We are just two cups of coffee away from 100. Just thrilled about that. Of course, we've got a big announcement coming up at the end of the show, so stay with us. That's what we call a hook in the business. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but I do know that there was a major outage today. And this morning, I had set my alarm on Alexa, and this morning, and my phone, so that was a good thing. But this morning, it was the craziest thing. All of a sudden, it started blinking like blue really fast, and then it said, "I cannot help you. I am not connected to the internet." And I'm like, how are you talking then? It was so crazy. So then I kept like messing with it and it was insane. So then finally I unplugged it, and I don't know if you guys like scary movies, but the ones that scare me are like Poltergeist, like when the chairs are on the table and you're just like freaked out because it's just like, who did that? So I unplugged Alexa and I was like, okay, just don't say another word because I'm going to run out of the house screaming. But then I found out there was a major outage. So I don't know if any of you experienced that or if your Alexas were going nuts or talking or not talking, because even Siri in the car wasn't talking either. So that's what happened. That's how I started my day. And then I had my cup of coffee and I felt much better. So thank you all for being here. And thank you all for being here. As I said, this is show number 98. This whole thing has been quite a journey, of course. We've got a lot going on. So thank you again for being with us. So let's talk about who we have with us today, shall we? I've got to go through my notes. Okay, so we have an award-winning attorney here. Which one is he? So Steve Matz is here, and he has a very unique thing that he does. He's a personal injury attorney, but he has a very unique thing that he does when it comes to fees. And I'll give you a quick hint. It is 22, not 33.com, right?
That's correct.
That's the website. So there's a little bit of a hint about what's coming up with him. And also, I'm excited about this because Macomb County has come to Oakland County. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate that so much. So Kelly Lavati. Yes. Kelly Lavati is here, and also Tracy Smith. And you guys have a big event next week. It is the first ever women's leadership event, right? And that is on October 30th. And you've got some big players coming to that. The keynote speaker is amazing. I've met her before. So I will let you say who that is. And then there's the wellness aspect of that. And I think that's so important. So we'll get into that as well. And you over there, Christina, say your last name, you knew. Gelfayan, founder of Papa's Dressings. And of course, she is a dear friend. We have a long history together. And of course, she's got PTSD from our relationship, actually. But she is all about the pink dressing, of course, because this month is October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So she believes in giving back and cleaning up. We'll explain that in a little bit. So thank you. It's actually our anniversary almost. It almost is. So that is exciting. So we will talk about that as well. So very, very good show. I'm so excited for all of you to be here. And okay, so we're going to start off with Steve. The attorneys always go first because you make me nervous.
That's my job.
Okay, well, you're doing really well because I'm oh gosh, the interrogation light. No. Okay, so Steve Matz, you are based in Southfield.
Yes.
And how long have you been practicing?
48 years.
Okay, so 48 years. And you and your son are actually?
Yes. Son joined the firm about 10 years ago.
Okay. How is that working with your son?
It's phenomenal.
Really?
You know, he grew up at the kitchen table listening to stories about the kinds of clients that we take care of. And I emphasize the words take care of because that's what we do. And he knew at a very early age that's what he wanted to do. He enjoyed the stories. He enjoyed the idea of taking care of people for a living. And so, yeah, he joined me 10 years ago, and it could not be smoother. It couldn't be better. I'm sure it's prolonged my life in the practice because now I get to practice with him.
That's awesome. That is so amazing. So, okay, so I mentioned fees earlier, and what you do is pretty interesting. It is your website, 22not33.com is the website. And explain that.
Personal injury attorneys, and look, you've seen them all over. You see them on billboards, you see them on TV, they sponsor sports teams. But we're regulated like a lot of industries, and personal injury attorneys' fees are regulated. The most that a personal injury attorney can charge is 33 1/3% of what they collect as an attorney fee. Most of us don't charge hourly. You don't need any money to hire us. If you have a case and we think you have a case and we think it's worth pursuing, we'll take it, and we'll take a percentage of what we collect. Most attorneys charge the maximum because they can.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, I was very successful early on, and I tried to find ways to compete with those who spend $10 million on billboards or on TV ads. I couldn't spend $10 million on billboards or TV ads, but I could offer a reduced fee. And instead of giving advertising agencies the money, I would just return the money to my clients. So we reduced the fee to 30%. We still made money. We were still profitable. We reduced it to 28, to 25. Then I reduced it to 22. Mostly because I like the symmetry of 22, not 33. I don't know that there was a real economic basis for that, and wasn't sure if we were going to continue to make money, but we do fine. The clients love us. This year, we're celebrating that we have now returned in excess of $10 million to our clients over the years in terms of fees that they would have spent with any other lawyer who charged a third, but instead hired us. And so we're very, very proud of that.
So how do your clients must realize that that's what you guys do, right?
Yes.
And how does that affect them besides saving a lot of money? I mean, they must, and plus you work with your son. Couple questions here. You work with your son, so there's kind of like that father-son trust. And I know I read on the website that you guys are the only ones who answer the phone.
Well, I don't know if we're the only ones, but when you have a large firm and a lot of attorneys, you hire paralegals or assistants to answer the phone, and they do what's called intake. In our office, my son and I do the intake, meaning that you may call the office and a receptionist will answer the phone, but then you're put through to me or you're put through to my son. On the website, you'll notice my cell phone is there. Mm-hmm. So if you call the office and you don't get a hold of the office, you call me. And you call me evenings and you call me weekends, and that's fine. And if I'm with my family, I'll turn the phone off and there'll be a voicemail and I'll return the phone call. Clients have come to appreciate that level of responsiveness, and we want clients to understand that, yeah, we're different, and we're going to treat you differently.
You guys have actually won some awards, haven't you?
We were just voted one of the best family-led law firms in the state.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. I was inducted into the Michigan Lawyers Hall of Fame last year.
Okay.
That's an honor bestowed on about 26 lawyers a year out of 45,000 lawyers practicing. And yeah, it's super lawyer and rated AV, preeminent by the rating agency Martindale Hubbell. Of all the accolades, the ones I'm most proud of are the reviews that I have on my website from clients who will tell you exactly what their experience was with Matt's injury law.
So as far as personal injury, I mean, you guys deal with everything, right? I mean, from car crashes to work accidents. What is it?
It's mostly auto accidents, truck accidents. It's hard to specialize in everything. There are workers' comp lawyers that just specialize in workers' comp. There are slip and fall lawyers that just specialize in premises liability claims. We generally handle transportation claims.
Okay. And is there a misconception about personal injury lawyers?
Well, I don't have any misconceptions about personal injury lawyers. I think there's a misperception about all lawyers, and you know, I hear the lawyer jokes. Mm-hmm. I'm very, very, very proud to be a civil litigation attorney. My nemesis is insurance companies. Mm. Insurance companies make trillions of dollars, and they do that by collecting premiums, not by paying claims. And when you're involved in an accident or you have a medical bill that doesn't get paid by an insurance company because they say it's unreasonable or it was unrelated to the crash, you need a lawyer. And the idea that you can find a lawyer who will not charge you unless they're successful is a big deal. So I see the billboards, I see the TV ads, very fun, very easy to make fun of the attorneys that are sort of commercially
Well, I
advertising.
don't know who you're talking about, but
But I can tell you this, despite the fact that they charge way more than I do, they do a good job.
oh, that was nice.
That's how I feel.
That was very nice. Is there ever a time where there's a case you can't take, or you just won't, and you're honest with people?
We turn down 9 out of 10 calls.
Really?
Yeah, there are a certain specific set of facts that are going to have to exist for us to be able to take your case. And so it's unfortunate we can't take every case. Even though a case may not meet certain criteria, sometimes because I feel very bad for the client or I feel that they're really getting the runaround from the insurance company, I'll get involved knowing that there's absolutely no fee to be charged or nothing to be made. But look, I enjoy a certain set of skill, and that gives me a certain privilege to be able to help people when I can, and I enjoy that.
So personal injury attorneys, do they take care of wrongful death lawsuits too?
Yes.
Or no? You do?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
So what about children? Do you represent kids?
All the time.
Oh, you do? Okay, so let's talk about that, because I actually had an experience out in California. My previous husband was killed by a drunk driver, and my daughter was 11 at the time. And so what was interesting is that I didn't need the attorney. She needed the attorney because it was going to be her money, right? And against the insurance company. And it was very, very confusing and very, plus you're grief stricken, right? So, but it's very hard to navigate those kind of situations. And I can imagine when people come to you, it's kind of the same thing, right?
It is. People don't understand or know their rights, and even if they did, they wouldn't know how to enforce their rights or pursue them. Every state is different, but in Michigan, we protect children, and we protect children if they've lost a mom or a dad in an accident. The courts are there to protect the children. The courts are designed to protect their money, to make sure that the money is preserved. Many decades ago, when those protections weren't in place, there were times when children were entitled to receive funds that ultimately got spent by an unscrupulous family member. That generally doesn't happen anymore.
Is there a different fee to represent kids, or does that stay the same? That was one thing that always confused me. I was like, I don't know what I'm paying right now.
Well, no, the attorney charges a percentage, and that's going to be the percentage whether your client is a wrongful death estate or a child or somebody else. We have been known to waive fees on occasion, particularly when there are a half a dozen children and there's a limited amount of insurance, and there's no way I'm going to go to court and ask the court to award me an attorney fee of more than what each child is receiving. That's just not going to happen.
Because that could happen in theory, right? And
Absolutely.
it probably does.
It does happen, and I mean, you have to have a heart.
Right. What about the people who say attorneys don't have hearts? I think you're proving them wrong.
Well, I don't know those people. I'm very, again, it's a privilege to represent people. They call you, it's at the lowest time in their life. And if you're successful, they end up with more money than they've ever had in their lives. Doesn't replace the tragedy. I've never, ever, ever had a client where I would trade places and take their money and whatever they went through in terms of injury or the loss of a spouse or a loved one. And so at the end of the day, it's just money.
Right. Well, thank you for that, because it's just a very interesting, topic, and people don't really think about stuff like that until it happens, right? And it's one of those situations where you think, that'll never happen to me. And then it does, and you're like, wow, that just happened to me. And and a side note too, here I am in the media business. I've been in it forever and didn't know how to navigate the court system. I found it it was very difficult. And of course, like I said, we were in California, but it was very tough to navigate the court system and deal with a grieving child and then deal with everything that comes along with somebody dying anyway, I mean, plant the range, I mean, just everything.
A good attorney will have had enough experience to be able to advise you and refer you to appropriate physicians, therapists, grief counselors, handle arrangements with regard to the funeral home. That's what we do, and we don't get paid extra to do it, but
Right.
it's just we have that experience. So sure, find an attorney that you trust, even if they charge more. If you like them and you trust them, and let the attorney do the work.
Well, I appreciate that. I wish you would have been my attorney years ago. Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to zone in on you, Kelly. All right. Okay, so the whole idea of you are the president of the Macomb County Chamber.
That's correct.
Okay, and you are throwing this huge event next week,
We are.
and it is the first Women in Leadership event.
It is.
So how did you put this together?
Well, we really wanted to look at something that could lift up women and help them share stories and, share advice and tips on other women that are leaders in the community. We do an Athena Award every year, which is an international license where we honor people who mentor women throughout their career. And so we're bringing in some of those, our keynote speakers, Martha Mayhood Mertz, who founded that.
Yeah,
And
it's
she's out of Lansing. So
Yeah.
she's from Michigan. A wonderful woman. I haven't met her personally, but talked to her on the phone and looking forward to meeting her. She's going to come and talk to us about why she started the award. A little bit of, she was just in all male. She was the only female on the chamber board at Lansing.
Really?
And so she wanted to bring in other women, and that's how she kind of got started in this. And she's wrote a book, so she's going to bring her book and sign books. And then we have the past 4 Athena winners who will be there talking about their stories. And it's just amazing work that these women do. Again, they've been successful in their careers. They give back personally and professionally, and then they mentor other women. So just a really nice, way to honor them a little bit further. And then we have Tracy, who's going to talk to us.
Yeah, and so there's this whole wellness aspect of this because, I mean, I know that we say, and no offense, Steve, but we do say that women get more stressed out because they handle more things. I'm treading lightly here. But go ahead, bite your lip. But Tracy, you're going to do your own presentation, right?
Yeah, it's mental health wellness. Just to demonstrate, women are 2 times more likely to experience anxiety. They're more likely to experience depression, more likely to experience post-traumatic stress disorder. And when it comes to substance abuses, there's certain substances that they're more likely to get addicted in a shorter period of time and have a harder time going into recovery with that particular substance.
So
there are
do you
some
mind mentioning what?
differences.
I mean, I'm just curious what that is. Can you say or?
It's not a very specific. It's different
Okay.
types or classes
Okay.
of substances.
Okay.
So women are different
Right.
than men, and that should be acknowledged and celebrated just in the same way that men are more likely to complete suicide, but women are more likely to attempt it.
And that figure has actually tripled since when the number has gone up of women trying to harm themselves.
Self-harm has tripled
Okay.
since 1993. Suicide or death by suicide is the second leading causes of kids ages 10 to 14. Think about that, second leading cause of death.
Yeah.
It's astronomical, and it continues to grow in our community. So it's extremely important that we address it, that we make it common language. People have stigma associated with mental health, and it's seen as a weakness. We need to transform it in a way that if someone walked in this room and they had a limp or a broken leg, everybody would not think anything of it. In fact, they'd probably help them walk in the room, right?
Yep.
Well, that's what mental health is, right? It is just a different dynamic that's some under illness that somebody's experiencing, and it needs to be okay for people to talk about it. So one of the things we'll do is educating people about why it's important, and then again, just common sense things, what you can do. Because one of the reasons why there's stigmas, someone said to you, I'm struggling, nobody knows what to do. They just kind of are like, well, I want to help, but I don't know how to help. So part of that conference is letting people know that it's much, much simpler than you think that it is. It's just like physical health.
So it is interesting because if somebody says, well, how are you today? What are you going to say?
Fine.
Right? What are you going to say?
I'm fine. Nobody wants to hear me complain.
But the whole idea, right? So if somebody says fine, and then you say, oh, that's good. But if somebody says, you know what, I'm really not doing very well. I am on the struggle bus. And then you're right. People will it's like the deer in headlights,
Yeah.
and because it's not the standard answer.
Right.
And so I think if you're going to ask that question, how are you? You better be prepared, right? To maybe hear that they're not doing okay. I don't know. I mean, that's
I think
something
it's
that
okay
I've
to
been
say you're
trying.
not okay, right?
Right, exactly, right?
Yeah.
And that's part of taking the stigma away, because you have to be able to talk about it. And even neurodiversity, I mean, there's ADHD, there's all these other things that people deal with, and it's like the unseen, like you just said. So that is, calling attention, and so important to talk about that. What about the way that women change from being an adolescent through a woman, and then menopause? I mean, that brings us a lot of physical changes, not just mentally, but also physically, and that affects us too, I think.
It does. So, someone who is an adolescent is more likely than some of the other ones to experience anxiety, right? We all know those teenage years can be very, very tough. One of the reasons why it's really important to acknowledge the phase of life somebody is in is lifetime mental illness. By age 14, 50% is occurring. By age 24, 75%. So, somebody, that individual is going to experience a lifelong mental illness, they're likely to going to have it at a very young age. And we all know, just like with any illness, if you, again, my analogy is if you broke your leg, if you didn't go get it x-rayed and you didn't get something done with it, what would happen? It would take a really long time to heal, and or you would have lifetime injury because you didn't address it promptly. Mental illness is exactly the same. So the earlier on that you recognize that someone's experiencing a challenge and treat them and get them assistance, the likelihood reduces for the length and the severity of that particular mental illness.
So a lot of us have said, and I don't know if you've heard it too, but that COVID kind of changed the mindset, or at least took away a little bit of the stigma of mental. It made it worse because everyone was isolated, but at the same time, it was like everyone's talking about it now. Do you agree with that, or
Yeah,
do you?
more people
Okay.
are seeking assistance. We have increased people seeking out, and even in the last year, it's not just after COVID. It just seems like it continues to grow. On average, we went up by 20% from last September to this September of individuals seeking out help. So that's good,
hmm
and the way that more people are asking for help, but it also speaks to the challenge that our society is going through.
Do you have an age? Is that women, men? Do you have a
That's
breakdown?
everybody.
That's
That particular
everybody.
one, yeah, that's
Okay.
everybody all in one.
What about the whole idea of therapists online and the
Mhm.
virtual? I mean, that's kind of opened up the world as well.
It has, and it's created opportunity for the individual that that's appropriate for. Just like any other physical being, you need to figure out what's the best doctor, right? Like, what type of treatment do I want? It's the same way with mental health. So, if the online therapist is going to be beneficial for you, then you should pursue that. But if you need a different type of approach, then don't. If it's not working, try something else.
I do know, though, that there's been several people who've told me that they can't even find a therapist yet, that there's still kind of a shortage going on.
There is. There's a
Okay.
workforce shortage in the entire mental health, and mostly physical health also, but mental health industry.
So if people are on waiting lists to see a therapist and they
Mhm.
really need help immediately, what do you suggest they do?
There's lots of things. So you have regular, everyday type of things. Your mind has much more influence than you recognize, as far as like your outlook of things. So you can take breaks, you can take walks. Physical activity does assist individuals who are stressed. You can seek outside support. Remember, um, therapy is one of many treatments that individuals can seek. So you can do self help groups. You can seek out, go to your primary care physician. Remember, they can assist with whether it be a temporary medication or something else. So I don't think therapy has to be the only route for someone to get help. If someone's experiencing a crisis, just to hopefully reduce that stigma, if you're not familiar, you can dial 988. 988 is the National Suicide Hotline. But in Macomb County, we actually answer the line. So if you're geographically driving through Macomb County, you're going to get our staff who pick up that line, and they're trained just like 911, right? They know where you're physically at because you're most likely going to get the best help by the people who live and work in your community. So on that line, they can do non-emergency stuff too. So let's say I'm meeting with somebody
hmm
and they say, "How are you?" And they're like, "I'm not well." And you discover, wow, they're really in crisis and I don't know what to do. 988 are happy to get on the line with you and kind of walk through what you can do. You don't have to be the solution in the same way um, you wouldn't for any other crisis that somebody was experiencing.
That is amazing that you guys answer the phone
Right.
Mhm.
and that you're right. I mean, that you're there
Yep.
doing that.
It's just
That
like 911.
right. Right. No, that says a lot, I think, about the
does.
community, right? Okay, so getting back to this event next week,
Okay.
what can people look forward to, and kind of give me the rundown of how it's going to go?
So it's on October 30th from 5 to 9 at McRae Banquet Center in Harbor. We're going to have shopping, strolling appetizers for dinner. And then we have 3 speakers. We have Martha and then the panel, and then Tracy will wrap us up for the evening. Lots of great networking. Hopefully all the women leaders in Macomb County and beyond that will be together. So it should be a really fun evening.
Oh, what time does that start?
5 o'clock.
So 5 o'clock.
Mhm.
And then will the audience be able to ask questions of the panel or
Yes.
interactive?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
think Tracy encourages that.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That is great. And then what about tickets? Register?
Yeah, they register at MacombCountyChamber.com. Tickets do need to be purchased this week in advance.
What's the deadline?
It is Thursday, I believe.
This Thursday.
Mhm.
Okay. So deadline for tickets this Thursday for next Thursday.
Right.
Right. And that starts at 5. When does that? 5 to what?
5 to 9 p.m.
5 to 9?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've been talking about taking care of ourselves, right? And I'm not sure if any of you have dealt with chronic pain. I know that I have slipped and fallen on the ice with my dog. You know, he drags you around, he sees a squirrel, and I'm all done. Yeah, actually got a concussion from that, by the way. Yeah, he was crazy. He was from Thailand. My dog is he's saved from Thailand. He was on the meat market there. And so the first year we had him, he ran out every day. I mean, it was like you may as well just open the door and just let him go because he was just not used to living in a house. So it was a little crazy. But I did get a concussion from that. So chronic pain, I don't know. I mean, mental health, all of it, it affects every part of you, right? And how you are in life, from physical to mental health. And Dr. Saul Kogan, he is the founder of the Nerve and Disc Institute, and he has been helping thousands of patients. And I kid you not, thousands of patients find relief. And he does that with his non-surgical, non-invasive, and all-natural intra-disc neutrosis treatments. And this is for treatments like sciatica, spinal stenosis, also bulging and herniated discs, and even degenerative discs. A lot of people go to him at the last minute. They may even be scheduled for surgery, and they'll, just give him a try, and then they end up being so grateful because they see him for like 6 weeks, and then they were able to escape the surgery and the downtime and the medication that may be prescribed for that as well. I have had the chance to sit down and talk to a lot of his patients, and Rick was one of them who was raving about Dr. Kogan. Let's watch. Rick, thank you so much for taking a minute to sit down with me and talk about Dr. Kogan and your care there. So you were having... you've been a patient for what, 2 years, you said?
Soon be 2 years.
Okay, so what took you in to see the doctor?
My wife was listening to Paul W. on the radio and heard Dr. Kogan speak on the radio. So she thought, well, maybe this is where you need to go, because I was having trouble. I was started walking with a cane, then it was a walker, then I was using an electric cart. I was so much pain in my leg caused by a nerve in my back. But anyway, so Nancy called the number, said, here, the phone's for you.
And that's how it all started.
And that's how it all started.
Okay, so obviously I don't see a cane, I don't see anything.
Amazing.
Okay. So and everything there with Dr. Kogan is obviously holistic and natural. There's nothing invasive.
No, not at all.
And how has it been for you? Because you had the intradisc neutrosis done. Okay, so how has that procedure been?
Outstanding. I'm walking. I
Without
haven't
any
felt
help?
this good probably in 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so how long had you been in pain before you actually found Dr.
2
Kogan?
years.
Oh, it had been 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what was your pain before you saw the doctor?
10.
And now?
0.
That is amazing.
It's gone completely.
That is amazing. Okay, so anyone, because a lot of times people will say, you know what, I hear that doctor on the radio, I see him on TV. It can't be legit. You know what I mean? You get that impression when you see someone a lot in the media. But what do you say to that?
It works.
See?
It works.
And that's all we need to know, right?
Go get it done.
All right. Thank you so much for taking the time, Rick. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And they have 3 locations, Farmington, Clinton Township, and Grand Blanc. Of course, you can find more information at nervediscinstitute.com, or you can pick up the phone. That number is 586-416-DISC. And if you mention Caffeinated Conversations with Brooke Allen, you'll actually get 50% off your treatment plan. So really give the doctor a call if you're in any kind of pain, because he has helped so many people, including the Detroit Tigers and the Detroit Lions as well. Well, big thanks to Dr. Kogan. I love partnering with organizations that help people be healthier and happier. And our last guest today.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? She is part heartwarming and part hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Everything in between.
Exactly. So, Christina, you are the founder of Papa's Dressings.
I am.
Yes. Okay. So, real quick, this is you and your mom kind of started this because of a legacy to your dad, right?
Yes. Yep. So my dad actually is the creator of the pink Greek salad dressing back in the 70s in the Detroit area. And then fast forward, I was hospitalized at the Cleveland Clinic, and during my month recovery, I got this brilliant idea of let's start a salad dressing company from my hospital bed. So it kept my brain really active. And then fast forward, we launched in 2021, and now we are taking over the market.
That is awesome. So, okay, so of course, October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
Your pink dressing, it goes for a good cause. It's not only tasty,
Absolutely.
but it also helps people. So tell us about that collaboration.
Yeah, so we partner with the Pink Fund. And I chose the Pink Fund for a main reason. There's so much fundings that go to research. But Molly McDonald was diagnosed with cancer in 2005. And through a horrific experience with it, she lost her house. So in 2006, her and her husband founded the Pink Fund, where they now raise money to go for the financial needs of those under treatment. So what we have done is we have partnered with the Pink Fund. We are donating $1 per bottle sold of our dressing to them. And then Nino Savaggio has matched that dollar. So if you go to Nino's, they're getting $2 from us on a single bottle.
So is it just the pink dressing?
It's just the pink
It's
dressing.
just the pink dressing, and that pink dressing is super good. You have your bag next to you. What other? Let's show us what you have in there.
Well, do you want your favorite first, or should we leave that for last?
Leave it for last.
Okay.
We'll have to pass it down.
So since it is fall, we have our harvest vinaigrette. This is made with pumpkin, Dijon mustard, apple cider vinegar. It goes great on a Michigan salad. And then we have our fresh herb vinaigrette, which is all hand-chopped fresh herbs infused into oil and vinegar. A great marinade.
A marinade for anything?
Pork, chicken, but my favorite is lamb chops.
Okay.
We marinate our lamb chops in that fresh herb
And
vinaigrette.
any of these dressings could actually marinate,
Absolutely.
be used as a marinade, right?
Yeah. So the harvest vinaigrette, I like to personally add bourbon and brown sugar to marinate our chicken. When I'm mad at the husband, I use the good bourbon, but and then I just serve with a smile. The Greek is great on chicken. And then my favorite and Brooke's favorite is our creamy dill. This is amazing on salmon. It's a great dip. It makes a good tzatziki. It does so many things. So I'll let you guys take a look at that as well. And it's only 80 calories, so I practically drink it out of the bottle.
She's like, give me a straw.
Yes.
She drinks that
I
dressing
dip
like
my
I drink
potato
coffee.
chips in it. That has replaced my onion dip, so potato chips with that.
So better for you, right?
Yes,
Okay, so you mentioned Nino Savaggio.
I did.
Okay, so every time we talk, you always have something new going on. Anything
Always.
new?
There are lots in the
Oh, see, you
works.
do that to me all the time.
No, I know.
And then I see it as breaking news somewhere else.
So I will share that we are going to be launching a new product. I can't tell you what that product is, when that product is coming, but make me a promise that I can announce it on your show.
Of course.
There we go.
All right,
You will be the
awesome.
first to hear.
Do we have an idea of this time frame?
So we're looking at before the end of the year.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
soon. Okay.
Very soon.
Okay, very cool. Thank you. Okay, so quick question for you. You started this from your hospital bed, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
And did you ever think that you would be this successful?
No. I mean, I knew I was going to be successful in whatever I do, right? But I didn't know it was going to be in the salad dressing. My history is I was a teacher in the juvie. Then I have real estate. So I just celebrated my 8 years in real estate. And then now I have a salad dressing company where I was top 30 in our 30s through D Business. I've been issued in Cranes Magazine. I've been Best of Detroit an Hour. It's all these things that I would have never thought was going to happen. But I am truly grateful and humble for this experience.
What do you, when you're at the store and you see your salad dressing on the shelf, what do you think?
I run to it and I wait and I see. No, it's really funny. I literally run to my salad dressing and I wait to see people walk around and I'm like, have you ever tried Papa's Kitchen? This is great. And I'll pull it off the shelf and then I start talking about it and they're like, no. And I'm like, by the way, I'm the owner.
Oh, you do tell? I was going to say, your picture's not on there. So it's not like they'd be like, wait a minute.
But it's like, it's so rewarding seeing people from a distance pull it off the shelf. Or we're really big in farmer markets. So that's the biggest reward is when someone comes up to us and they're like, we already buy it. I've already had it. I'm obsessed with it. It's a staple. I have people write me that they have to buy 4 at a time because they go through it so fast.
See, and that is phenomenal.
Yes.
What do you say to anyone out there who's thinking of starting a business?
Oh, be prepared.
Or?
Be prepared. Entrepreneurship is it's not for the weak. I'll tell you that. Just last night, I woke up at 2 a.m. to write an email for you and started looking up
Did
things.
I get that? I don't know if I got that.
No, it was questioning our anniversary for what's coming up.
Yes, our anniversary.
But my brain never turns off. So for entrepreneurs, be prepared. This is a 24/7 business. So perseverance, tenacity, determination, and buckle up.
Yeah, and they say too that, I mean, and this is kind of what I did. It was like, do you know what you're doing? Not really.
No.
But if you don't start, you're probably not going to.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's just kind of the thing. You jump in and you might be like sinking quick, but at least you jumped in and you don't have any regrets.
And I joke, I'm like, I fake it till I make it. I'm still faking it till I make it, but
So funny. I tell
I'm
my twins that. I'm like, listen, if you can't, just fake it till you make it. They're like, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
But if you can own it.
They're 13. Nothing sounds like a good idea to them.
No.
Okay, so we have alluded to our anniversary, and it was, I know that you don't need to feel bad about this. It was,
Major
I mean, it was
PTSD,
hilarious.
guys.
It was hilarious. So last year we were at the Imagine Theater. That's where we were broadcasting from, and we call it the salad dressing incident.
Yes.
The funniest thing is that it actually made it to America's Funniest Home Videos, and so that was pretty cool. And Cam, thank you for submitting that. But we have that, and we are going to talk over it as we play it. So go ahead and roll it, Dean. Oh, yeah. I haven't worn that jacket.
Oh, you do not have it.
I finally got it.
I'm a dry cleaner.
It took a long time to get somebody to get the ranch on the dressing out, but I saved it in the plastic so you could see it.
Oh my gosh.
And the bill's in the pocket. No, just kidding.
I owe you.
No.
You get a lifetime of dressing.
A lifetime supply of dressing. What do you think? He's like, this is crazy.
Proper compensation, I think.
Oh, right?
There you go.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm calling him.
The attorney has spoken.
The attorney has spoken. So that was, that was just so funny. And we were all sitting there watching it. I was on the wrong channel for America's Funniest Home Videos that night because we didn't know when it was going to air. And so we were all like on text. Oh, okay, have you seen it yet? Oh, what channel is this? And I just happened to turn it right when it went on.
It was like the second clip.
Yeah, and it was very, it was very short, but it was so awesome, and just a fun thing. And people, like I told you earlier, people have actually recognized me from that, and I'm like, how would you recognize? I mean, it was so crazy. But yeah, so I will always remember you as the salad dressing incident girl.
When is my turn to get my America's Funniest Video shirt?
Yeah, you know what? They only give you
They
one.
only give you
They only
one.
give you one. They tell you, even if you have 80 people in the video,
You only
get
get
one
one
shirt.
So we got to split it.
Yeah, we got to split it. So I should have actually brought it today, but I brought this instead. Proof that now I can start wearing it again, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I always ask a question, and I think I may have asked you this before, but oh, maybe not.
I don't know.
So I'm going to start with you, Steve. Okay, so if you were to meet your younger self for coffee, what would you tell him?
It's not supposed to be easy. When you're struggling, when you don't think you're going to be successful, when you don't know what to do. I was an undergraduate at Michigan and had no idea what I wanted to do when I graduated, and went to law school basically to avoid having to make a decision about my profession for the next 3 years.
Really?
And fortunately, I found myself as a lawyer, but it's not supposed to be easy. You're supposed to work, you're supposed to struggle, and you're supposed to make mistakes, and sometimes you're supposed to fail, and that's okay. That's what I would tell my younger self.
Okay, and how old would that younger self be that you think could hear that message,
I
actually?
think last year.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take it. Well, see, that's the thing. Why does it take us to like get older and then realize the lessons and be like, if I knew that when I was 25, there would be a lot less men in my life anyway. Okay, Kelly, same question to you.
I would say take the time and enjoy the cup of coffee.
Mm.
Just take that moment to breathe and enjoy the moment. Not be so rushed, worrying about making it or struggling.
So how or when did you realize that?
When did I realize that? Last year. I'd say probably in my 50s.
Okay. But it's never too late, right?
Right.
So it's never too late for us to realize something or have a self-realization. So Tracy, how about you?
That in moments of despair, overwhelmment, that type of thing, it's a moment. So it will pass. The next day will feel different. Just, right? There's ups and downs in life, and you just have to embrace them and learn from them.
Yeah, that's a very good point, because when you're at your lowest and you don't,
see out,
you
right?
can't see out, and you just kind of got to keep going. I think that's the key.
Yes.
Okay, Christina, how about you?
Oh, Christina, what would I tell me? God, there's so much I would tell myself. Don't do this, don't do that. But probably just don't listen to the background noise. There's too much negativity, especially to entrepreneurs, of people sitting there and saying, don't do it, or that's not a good idea, or you're gonna fail, or I've always danced to my own beat. And I'm going to continue doing that. And sky is the limit. And I needed to know that when I was younger. So.
And what do you think your dad would think of your success?
So he finally told me about 8 months ago that he is finally proud of me. He is the background noise that I'm talking about.
Really?
That said, don't do this. It's not going to be a success, or the market's oversaturated. You're going to fail. I'm very successful in real estate, so he said, focus on real estate. Why do a side hustle? And 8 months ago, he's like, you made a believer. I am proud of you, and you actually have something. So.
And then what did that do to your heart?
I cried.
I'm sure.
I'm like, oh my God, my dad actually loves me. After 40 years, I finally learned this.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
Okay, so you have 2 kids. So do you try to instill that in them now because they're young?
Oh, they're already running my company.
Okay.
Yeah. Robert looks at my daughter and says, this is what the margins need to be. This is what we need to do, and yada, yada, yada. And then my daughter looks at him and says, Robert, you don't know what you're talking about. This is a woman-owned business. You're a boy. You can't have it.
Love that.
So they're fully involved in the company.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So do any of you have kids?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I know you have your son, Jared, right?
I have 3 kids. My oldest son is Jared. He's an attorney with a firm. My middle son is Danny. He has a master's in real estate finance, and he works for a fairly large real estate firm out of New York, living in Florida and moving back to Michigan next month
How exciting is that?
with his wife and 2 of my grandsons.
Nice.
My daughter is Bloomfield Hills High School Teacher of the Year.
Nice.
Uh, all of whom went to Michigan, and so we have kind of an affinity for the University of Michigan, which is also where I met my wife. So
Oh, see?
3 kids, 4 grandsons.
And blue and gold. Maize and blue.
Maize and blue.
Maize and blue.
Maize
My
and
dad
blue.
would kill me if he heard me say blue and gold.
Maize
He'd be
and
like,
blue.
what are you doing? So funny story. So I worked for NPR or PBS for a little while. I worked at WKAR, which is at Michigan State. And my dad, I thought, he's not even going to talk to me anymore. He's going to, because that's how deep, you know. And so one Christmas I bought him like the Spartan shirt. And he's like, I'm just going to give it back to you. And I'm all, okay. And I just like stared him down. And he's like, fine, I'll keep it. And I'm like, okay, I'll wait, see how long it takes. He gave it to me the next year for Christmas. At least I got it back and it was in good shape. So yeah. So yeah, that's a tough, and that game is coming up
That's right.
next Saturday, or this Saturday, right? 7:30 kickoff. Yes.
7:30.
I'm going to be at the Stray Cat concert. True story. Yes, my son loves jazz, Carson. He loves jazz and he loves rockabilly. And so the Stray Cats are going to be at Soaring Eagle Casino. And I'm like, I don't know if I can get him in. He's taller than me. So no, he can go. He's got a ticket. But we're super excited. So we've been dancing around to Brian Setzer and the orchestra and the Stray
Nice.
Cats. So yeah, so that will be fun. So what about you, Kelly? Do you have?
I have 2 children. My son will be 26 this week,
Nice.
and my daughter will be 20, or she just turned 23.
Okay. And they're local?
My son still is home. He's still at home working. My daughter just moved to Alabama to work on her master's. So Birmingham, yeah.
Mr. Has that been tough for you?
Oh yeah, that was tough.
Was it
but
tough?
yeah, I'm so proud of her. And she got engaged right before she left.
Aw.
So that's exciting.
Is he in Alabama?
No, he's
Oh.
here.
Oh. When are they getting married?
In 2 years.
Okay.
So
All right.
once
So
she
time
finishes-
to, okay.
We have plenty of time to plan,
Plenty
and
of
she
time.
can get her degree.
Oh, and then do you think she'll come back to Michigan? Or?
Yeah, I do.
You
I
do?
think
Okay.
so. As of right now, anyway.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations to you and your family. Okay, Tracy, how about you?
15-year-old Easton.
Mm-hmm.
He just was on the sophomore homecoming court, so I didn't even know that was a thing. But I was very proud
Right.
for his little sash and everything. Right?
So did he have a date?
He did not. He went with friends. I don't know what he is, but that's another thing now. Like you just go with friends, and it's a whole different thing, whole different world.
How old were your kids when you allowed them to start dating?
Never.
How'd that work out, right?
I'm not sure that I would know.
Okay.
I would not know.
You would not know?
They would have gone out,
And you would never have
I
known?
would have not known who they were with. So
What about you? Was there an age?
I didn't really have an age, but my kids really didn't start dating until their late teens or early 20s.
Okay.
So I was fine with that.
Yeah, right? And does Easton? No. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. My 13-year-olds, I have boy-girl twins, and they're like, when can we start dating? And I'm like, when can you drive? When can you pay for yourself? You know, I'm not going to drop you off at the mall and is that even a thing anymore?
No. I'm like, what does dating
Yeah.
consist
And then
of?
they're like, what is a mall?
Like they're gonna go on a date and they're both gonna be on their phones texting each other.
Right,
Like
right. So what is the point?
What
right?
is a date?
Exactly. So they could just stay home separately
Yeah.
and text each other anyway, right? And I don't know if you know about this. This is what I learned yesterday. Do you know what this is?
is this the little clap?
It's the clock it.
Yes.
So apparently it's the new, every month there's like a new slang word or something, right? Or
Yeah.
a new like 6-7 or
Yeah.
whatever, right? So yesterday the twins kept doing this. And I'm like, what are you doing? Is that the world's littlest violin? What is happening?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, clock it. That's what we say when we don't like what you're saying. And I'm all, oh, you can go to your rooms. So they like stomp to their rooms and I'm all, So yeah, we have a lot of fun. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed your time here on the couch, as I like to say. It has been so, always lovely to see you. And I think what you guys are doing is great. And so obviously this is the inaugural event you guys are having. So that implies that this will now be a yearly thing, right?
Yeah, and you'd be a great guest next year.
Absolutely.
Oh, see, I just got you a job.
See, here we
Now
go.
I can give you this bill. So that is awesome. That is so cool. And Athena, those are major awards, and that panel I'm sure will be amazing.
Exciting.
Yeah. So website one more time to register.
www.macombcountychamber.com.
Okay, and deadline for that is
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay. We do have one more big announcement. Of course, you guys know because we told you earlier, but we are coming up on our 100th show. And we did the After Dark show, so we're combining them, and that will be November 17th. I'm not going to tell you where yet because we don't have the time set, but I just want you to save the date, man. Save the date, put it in your calendars, and I hope to see you there. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have food. We'll do the show. There'll be conversation. There'll be some caffeine. It's also at a bar, so there might be some espresso martinis. I don't know. Those always seem to show up whenever I'm around. But yeah, it's going to be such a great time. And the thing that has been so amazing about having this podcast and having it be live is that people come and they make connections with each other. So there have been a couple of collaborations that have come from people working together who had no idea who the other one was until they met here. So it's been my honor to be able to connect the community in that way too. So, okay, Christina, so you're going to be speaking for them, so I can add that to my collaborations, right? So I hope to see all of you there. Mark your calendars. I yelled at them earlier because none of them were marking their calendars, but then they reminded me. I told them to put their phones away. So have a great week, and like I always say, keep the coffee hot. It is getting cooler out there. Yes. Have a good week. Thanks. Bye.